So this is a video on how to become a master of the jab. So the jab, I'm not saying I've got a perfect jab because I don't. It's something I'm trying to work on myself at the moment. But the key, or the thing that I teach beginners, if I'm teaching a one-to-one, if someone asked me for boxing advice, the first thing I'd say was, okay, how would you throw a jab? You know, it's a punch that can take you around the world, they say. And you'll beat a lot of people if you can just land that jab on them. So we're going to break down the biomechanics of how to actually throw a jab. And it's something my coach Tim talks about all the time. Like, a lot of the things we do in the pro classes is just biomechanics, basic, like how to throw a jab, how to throw a backhand, because it's something you can never overtrain, really. So first thing with a jab, if you're a beginner, forget everything you've been told about throwing a jab. Just do this for now. Get your hands in this straight line, because when we throw, we don't want any telegraph in the elbow that's gonna come into your opponent's peripheral vision, because the way the human eye works, we don't pick up on things coming in a straight line towards us. We pick up on everything around it. So anything coming through this channel here is really hard for the human eye to pick up on, basically. So we're gonna start with straight elbows like this, and we're literally just doing that. As far as the arm goes, that's the big biomechanics of a punch. The only difference is the rotation of the hip and the rotation of the knuckle, like that. We're essentially just doing that. So when we do it nice and slow, we start with the hip. We're going hip first. Elbow hinges. It's a hinge. It's a hinge joint. It's not meant to move like that. It's meant to move like that. And we're pulling our right shoulder back like we're pulling a bow and arrow as we turn our knuckles. So it should be looking at you like that. Hips turned. My foot turns, that's not really important. My foot just turns naturally with the hip. But it's the hip that's important. So we get nice loose shoulders, arms at a straight line. We're going hip first, we're hinging, and we're turning our knuckle over at the end. Because if I turn this knuckle over too early, it'll start to flare my elbow. We turn that right at the end, like that. And you can just practice that all day. Slow motion, feel the movement. Feel that right shoulder pull back. Do that all day. And you can throw the two as well. For two, exact same biomechanics. Except when we're throwing the two, we're putting a little bend in our right knee as well. And we're bringing our far hip backwards like that. So go back to the jab. But we're looking down our target. That shoulder should be covering my face. It shouldn't be too tense, but it should be covering my face like that. Don't turn your hip too far that you start to look away, because then if anything comes back and you want to maybe slip it, you're at this weird angle. We just want to turn just enough to get power on it, and just enough as when I retract it, I can maybe move my head and counter as well. So that's literally it. Just practice that in your room all day. Hinge. Hinge. Straight lines. Do it in the mirror. Straight lines. We don't want to see any flare whatsoever, because your opponent's going to telegraph it. Straight lines and twist. Straight lines and twist. Loose shoulders. And that's basically it. 1,000 repetitions of that, and you'll start to ping people's heads off. Shadow boxing is so important if you want to level up your striking. I'm not a great striker. I've won one boxing match. I've won one MMA fight where I basically grappled for 90% of it. But I am learning, and this is how I'm learning. Thousands of hours of that. In your microwave, I know, it's a meme, and people joke about it in your microwave, waiting for your food to cook. It should just be like that. If you like fighting, and you like training, and you want to get good, this is what you should be doing. Every spare second you get. The people that get good fast are the people that shoddy box a lot. Because that's how you get the good biomechanics. Until it gets drilled into your subconscious mind. And then you don't have to think about it anymore, and you can start doing it quick. But even then, you should always make time to do it slow. Feel the movement. Feel the movement, like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Woof. 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 And loosen them shoulders. There's a lot of different types of jabs as well. You can do like loose jabs like this from your hip, like a Lennox Lewis style. Woof. Woof. You've got up jabs. These work nice against southpaws. Dip your shoulders off to the side slightly, and you come up with the jab, like that. Dip your shoulders, boom, up with the jab. Knocks the head back. You you don't even need to send your knuckle over. Sometimes you can just get these jabs and just break the guard, boom, boom, break his guard. You can even just give him a little tap, boom, boom. You can do it with that hand as well, boom. It's kind of like a feint. It's kind of just to get him thinking. That's quite hard to telegraph because it's all just through that narrow vision field. It's going to be hard for him to see. My coach does it to me sometimes. It'll just be air. He'll just be like, bump, and he'll just tap me on the head like that. Elbows in. We don't want to be here like this. Or even like this. If we're lazy with our elbows, one, we're going to get hit to the body. If we get hit there with a decent shot, fight over. So with the elbows in. But more importantly, because when we throw, it means we're staying down this narrow vision field. If we throw from here, that's a sloppy punch. That's probably going to miss. If it come from here, oof, that's going to land. Oof. Oof. And that's what you should do if you're a beginner and you want to work on your boxing. Even if you're not a beginner, even if you've been boxing for 10 years, you should still be doing them drills every spare chance you get. So give it a go. Why not?